Twitch's Women's Day event has been a disaster by Hirohei. Yeah, so practically they were just like, what's the word? They were practically like showing games of like what women voted, and the women weren't particularly happy about what they voted. Anyways, basically, yeah, they were just like mad at what women themselves have voted for. This is a Hirohei video. We're gonna jump in. This is gonna be horrible as usual, as you might expect, because the feminists weren't particularly happy about this.
So Twitch.tv has this official branch of theirs called Twitch Rivals. No association to Marvel Rivals, by the way. Anyways, they're holding this event for International Women's Day. However, a number of women online, in particular, a number of female Twitch influencers, have voiced that they are offended by this event, because the game that they're going to be playing for this event is called Overcooked 2, which I actually never heard about.
How do you not know about Overcooked? My guy lives under a rock, it appears. Yeah, they basically were like took this as like, oh, women cooking joke, right? Sexist joke, which it, by the way, wasn't. Apparently these four games were voted on. Apparently. So it wasn't like women joke.
Until this news, but I guess it's a game that is entirely centric on cooking, and that seems to have offended these women. They're saying it's sexist and misogynistic for the International Women's Day game to be a cooking game. The plot twist is that the Women's Guild United actually voted on which game to play, and most of the women that voted on it decided to play this game. They were fine with it, but as mentioned, there's another section of this guild and these female influencers that's now causing a big scene. Got to be all overly dramatic about this. Got to get your social media clout by making your hot takes. Now, let me mention really quick, there are a lot of women laughing at this, seeing the memeability of it, and having a good time.
See? You got to remember, it's built in. It's built in. The cooking is built in. You want to know why? Powder plays Skyrim, unlocks a door, goes in, and the first thing she does accidentally is start cooking for somebody else. It's genetic, guys. It's confirmed. It's genetic.
And that's great. But there's also another section, as mentioned, that are genuinely getting offended by this news, by this game being picked. For example, this Twitch streamer Lucy Pancakes says, "I'm part of the Women's Guild, by the way. They know how this looks and chose to move forward with it anyway because our entire community overwhelmingly voted for it. I don't think the higher-ups realized it was going to look this bad." Someone else points out how the majority of women actually want to play this anyways. It's really not a big deal. But Lucy says, "I wish that we existed in the timeline where we could play what we want without harmful stereotypes looming overhead. Still, I don't think it was the best message to send right now with everything."
It really isn't that deep. It really isn't that deep. Wait, don't we all live under a rock because we don't know something? Kinda true, but like, Overcooked is a pretty popular like party game. Multiplayer game, so
Going on in the world. Oh my gosh, everything going on in the world right now, that's crazy. You know, women had it so much better in the 1800s. This is awful. Madam Savvy pointed out how ridiculous that take is and actually got blocked by Lucy Pancake for this. She says, "Guys, Twitch choosing a cooking game which was voted on by the members of the guild, which means women chose the game played by women."
Again, voted on. Women decided. Women decided what they wanted, and they're still mad that women chose. It's a short video, 6 minutes long. Okay, that works.
And wow. But that's problematic because of what's going on in the world. That's right, choosing a cooking game is bad because of something Palestine, something Trump bad. Are you stupid? Savvy then laughing at how, to no one's surprise,
Yeah, immediately blocked, because these people have no arguments. They cannot make any arguments. They get immediately blocked, and it's pretty normal at this point. We shouldn't be surprised. It's just like, bro, it really isn't that deep. Like, it's not.
as mentioned, immediately after making that response, Pancake blocked her. But here's my favorite post by Lucy Pancakes. This one is comedy gold. Of course, it wasn't intended to be, but that just makes it more funny. So here it is. She says, "Am I part of the Twitch Women's Guild? Yes. Do I feel like this was a blunder? Absolutely. Here's why. Oh gosh. We could have really done something epic. Dominated a male-occupying game."
Interesting. It's like, here's the thing though. Dominating a male-occupied game. You are not doing that, though. don't you like just don't play it? Like, people are so dumb nowadays, am I right? The thing is, like, I'm like of the belief that if you don't like something, leave. Stop. Just leave, right? But these people are like, don't like something, change it. It has to cater to me, to my group, right? But yeah, you are not winning in male occupied games. Look at all of the esports teams. The winning ones. It's all dudes. It's all dudes. It's all men. The women ones are always losing. It's just nah. Sorry.
all female Marvel Rivals teams or BF
Also, proof that we are more than casual gamers, girls. I think you fall for these articles that go like 50% of gamers are women. You fall for this. If you remove mobile games, you're not 50%. You're like 20. Capcom dropped a statistic. Basically, Capcom dropped a statistic that pretty much said like 84% male, 60% female. That's pretty much what we're dealing probably with in reality for most games. I think that more casual games, cozy games, you probably will have a lot more girls there. Probably. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But like, I think men and women do definitely decide to play completely different games. Because men are, in fact, more competitive, whether they like it or not.
6 Warzone proved that we are more than just casual gamers. Oh yeah, because all of you squatting up in a full stack and stomping a bunch of solo queuers is really gonna prove that you're a competitive gamer. You're really about that life, We can see another offended person right here saying, great way to tell us there's not a single woman on their team, or one that feels secure giving feedback. Because how did this get released with absolutely no pushback? You gotta love the irony of easily offended people talking about others being secure or not secure. In another exchange here, we can see this Amanda person saying, honest question, were there any women at the brainstorming session for this campaign? And once again, we have Savvy responding, saying, the women voted for it because women like the game. What's wrong? Are women not allowed to like certain games now? And Amanda replies to Savvy and says, you all, you all can't understand that the problem isn't the game itself. I even love it. It's posting it associated with Women's Day. We know the community we have. And then
Are you fucking retarded? Yeah, just shoving a different game that wasn't voted on for. Oh yeah, we can't take this game because it is for Women's Day and it makes us look bad. See, if you associate... See, what's more sexist? A cooking game being voted by women for Women's Day? Or you associating that kitchen means women means sexist? Because I think one is definitely more sexist, because if you associate cooking with women, that means you are the problem. Which is funny that we associate cooking with women, considering that most chefs, like top chefs, are men. The more you know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just games. At the end of the day, it's just games, but, you know, you can't just look at a game and be like, oh, cool, Overcooked too? Nice. Won the vote, cool. It's like, ew. This game is based on, is like about cooking for Women's Day. Oh no, guess they hate women.
in any game we hear go to the kitchen, wash the dishes to belittle us. The campaign model was biased to get engagement, and the justification
Not really, but I think like with this attitude, just go in the corner and cry. Not even the kitchen is good enough for you.
was it was their decision, but in the end, the brand is the one who approves it. Here's another one. I'm going to say it. Oh no, she's gonna say it, guys. You ready for this? This was a bad idea. With the heightened misogyny and history of how women are treated in gaming, this
Hot take. Women have not been treated worse in gaming at all. I feel like a lot more women are now complaining that everyone is walking in eggshells for them. Hot take. Everyone was being shit talked. Everyone talked about freaking a mother. If somebody was gay openly, then they would make being fun of gay. If someone was like not getting no bitches, they would be made fun of not getting any bitches. Buddy, it's gaming. If you are being shit talked, you are being shit talked. Yes, and everything's on the table. Everything's on the table at this point, right? Shit talking is fine because it's games. And if you just like accept that it is a video game, it would be fine. Bro, these women would not survive 2010 lobbies. They wouldn't. 2010, 2011, 2012, they would not survive these lobbies. They would be absolutely obliterated. They would not survive this. I got people back then like they told me like they're gonna fuck everyone in my family, including my dad and brother. Like, yeah. Ha. But they're just words at the end of the day. They don't matter unless you give them power.
This would have been the perfect time to showcase our skills and competitiveness. So all of this has been a pretty amusing situation. However, as a man, I also find something else funny about all of this too. And that is the stark difference between International Men's Day and International Women's Day. For example, every year I always forget International Men's Day is even a thing, up until that day actually comes around and I see a bunch of miserable people online talking about how much they hate men. This has resulted in an annual tradition of sorts on the channel, where on International Men's Day, I do a brief compilation of those sort of posts, a bit of commentary, and call it there. It basically just ends up being an easy content day, and I wrap it up by giving my best wishes to the bros out there. This is to say that, yeah, for most of us, we don't really do anything to celebrate International Men's Day at all. So it's pretty funny.
Take care, bye-bye, and thank you. Have a nice day. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think most women don't even give a shit. Like, the women that actually just are enjoying games, I think that are actually interested in games don't give a shit. I think a lot of these women are gaming because it became mainstream. Just like a lot of these people, right? I like really hot takes on both sides. So for one, I believe that a lot of these women gonna be back for another stream. Yeah, take care. Thank you. Here's the thing, okay? For one, I believe, and this again just my take, a lot of these women that are playing games nowadays, they don't do it because they actually enjoy playing games, or like not because like they like got into games very young. They do it because it has a sizable audience and they can use that for themselves, right? Look at that gamer girl. Oh my god! Wow. It's also that I believe that they do it because it has reach, not because they genuinely like games. Because if they genuinely like games, they like what they are already. They wouldn't want them to cater to them. I have the exact same issue with anime. A lot of these, like, especially I can talk as a VTuber, a lot of these female VTubers do not like anime. They don't watch anime. They don't consume anime. And I'm like, so you're a VTuber with an anime model, but you don't consume any anime. And I can tell that a lot of these like women here, they were part of the group that bullied others for playing video games or watching anime before it became mainstream. I know that is a hot take. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but there might be some truth to it through the experience I have made throughout the last 2 years. I am pretty sure
that for International Women's Day, there's this entire Twitch guild and an event sponsored by Twitch itself, which is owned by Amazon, doing special events and stuff like that. It's a complete night and day difference. But even then, as we saw just now, the section of virtue signaling women online are using this day and this event to tear other women down. Because how dare they vote to play this game? How dare they have fun? And how dare they meme about it? They're supposed to be offended and call this sexist or whatever. They're supposed to fall in line with the hive mind. Very pathetic behavior, very sad stuff. But thankfully, there are based women out there too that are pushing back against the
Savvy, Leaflet. Oh, it says similar things, but mostly Savvy. She liked the tweet recently. I'm very proud of that. Savvy noticed.
those other types. That is the latest, though. That's the news, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about all this.
Yeah, to me, it's very simple, actually. They gotta get their shit together and stop being, like, this offended about, like, I think, like, it's more sexist to assume that kitchen means, like, misogyny. Like, a game about, like, in the kitchen means misogyny than, actually just women having voted for the game. By the way, women voted for this game. Not dudes, women. And they're still mad about it. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.